Today we're going to be taking on a mission called Don't Lynx It Up, and it requires us to harvest a northern lynx with a trophy rating of 5 stars. Now I've been told this is one of the rarest trophies to get, so we're going to get in here and make it happen. I definitely have some prospects already. I've been grinding a lot, and I'll tell you about how I've done that and kind of how I've been able to make my genetics really pop in this area. So let's go ahead and look at the map and see what we're working with. For this mission, your best bet is gonna be in the highlands and grasslands. You'll see more about why I'm saying that, but also just because this is where the mission is kind of indicating us. Inside this zone, we actually have 4 different packs of lynx. I think that's how you say it, like a pack of lynx. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you a breakdown of each one of their zones, which ones are more often, and also what kind of numbers we're going to be working with in each one of these packs. So for this one down here at the bottom, I've only ever been able to have 3 come in here at one time, and that's with harvesting males, so it's probably capped off at 3. The feed zone I found them at was over here right around 5 a.m. and then their often watering zone is right here, and their often rest zone is right over here. My favorite spots to hunt these guys is this feed zone right over here, because you can just pop right out of this cabin and take a look. Over here at the watering hole, and then over here at this rest zone, there's a nice rock feature right here that you can kind of use to indicate where you want to set up. And it's really a perfect spot to get a good look at them. The one thing I will say about this pack is this need zone right here is kind of hard to get into. So if they do happen to come over here, this one is a little more rough. So I tend to kind of just harass them until they pop over here. And that just makes life a whole lot easier. So this one is my main pack. We have 6 animals in here. It's pretty much capped off at 6. It won't get any higher. And this is probably the easiest one to find. Both of the drink zones are very easy to access, and their route's pretty tight. They really like these 3 need zones right here. This being their opt-in feed zone, this being their opt-in drink zone, and then this right here being their opt-in rest zone. Now this one down here might say often, but I've seen them way more up here. Now we're moving up into the other area, and this one is not a private land, so you're not going to get the private land buff for this area. It will be a little more challenging to get a 5-star in this area, but you can make it happen. You have to be very diligent because you honestly have to harvest a lot of animals. But for this lynx, we actually have a really tight zone here. This guy up here is a solo. He really likes this feed zone, which is pretty wide open, and if you check along with this pack here, it's actually a pretty easy way to double up in the morning, because these are both opt-in zones. So if you come down from this campsite and get in here, you're probably going to be able to get into some lynx along this ridge. I'm pretty sure this is the opt-in rest zone and this is the opt-in drink zone, although I did finally find him way over here at this rest zone, and it's pretty easy to access with this campsite here, and it's all pretty open, so you'll be able to find him. If you didn't catch him over here, you'll be able to come over here and find him pretty quick. Now one thing I will touch on with this pack is that the drink zone is very quick. He'll come in here and then just leave instantly, and you may not even spot him because it's just so hard to see over this little ridge down into these swamps sometimes that he could be hiding in any one of these little things. So make sure you take your collar, and you might have to get after that a little bit to entice him to come over. And really, you might have to go over here and check this zone a lot too, because I have had to go over here just to see if I can find him. And you need to get in here pretty early, right at 9. Okay, so for our last one in the primary zone for lynx is this guy up here. This one's pretty fun to hunt, but it is capped off at 2 lynx. I haven't had it get any higher, and I'm only killing males, so I'm pretty sure that's the case here. Again, we have a pretty tight pattern of travel. We go from this drink zone all the way over here to this feed zone and back. So they're pretty much a straight line. You're able to intercept them anywhere along here. And I really haven't had to go anywhere else other than this drink zone, actually. Kind of tends to be favorable from time to time, especially when you harass them here. There's a nice little rock formation that hides them. So when you're able to harass them enough, you can come over here and get a way better look at them. Ultimately, normally my game plan is to start at 5 a.m. and then hunt all the way through the rest time to the next feed time. So what I like to do is go over here and try and find these guys at 5 a.m. And if they're not over here and they're sticking to this tougher need zone here, I will actually go over here and try and double up like we were talking about before. Get both of these guys in my sights. And then if I'm feeling a little wild, I'll come over here and try and get into this need zone, because I do have a lot better luck getting in here. After that, I move over to the drink times, and that is a really easy way to find my primary group over here. So I'll normally start with them, get a good look at them, find out which one they're at, because normally they'll switch back and forth quite a bit. But after that, I might have time to go from this campsite up this ridge to kind of catch them as they're going to their rest zone over here. Or I'll try and hunt down these two at either one of their drink zones. And it can take a little bit of time to get set up on these, so that's pretty much all I'll have time for. I don't even mess with this guy at any one of these drink zones because it just takes way too much time to find him for such a little bit of time to look. And at that point, we're kind of headed to the rest times, which if you caught on, we're able to get in on every single one of these during the rest times, and that's pretty good because their rest time is a really good chunk of their time. So we're able to get in there and get a look at almost all four of them sometimes. Like I was mentioning, this rest zone over here has a nice rock formation you can use to kind of set up. This rest zone over here, I really like to use this ridge to kind of see down in there. This rest zone over here for this solo, I'll actually use these swamps to kind of look back and forth on either side, or I'll find them down here. Super easy, really nice to find this hunt going on. Or I will come up here and try and put a stalk on these. I've been approaching from this way, but I think that you'll have more luck if you come from this side and kind of use this ridge to see down in here, because they will kind of float around all three of these ridges and kind of hide. But there we go. That is a breakdown of the map, the Lynx patterns, and all their need zones. If we hop over here to the Encyclopedia under tier 4, we're going to have Lynx, and then we're going to get some general information about their life cycle, and this is going to be really helpful when we're trying to grow that 5-star. So we look in here right away, we have the recommended hit energy, and this is going to tell us what kind of rifle we want to use. Now I'm using the Steyr Scout. All 3 of these rounds are going to be well within the range that we need to harvest this animal. But if you want to go ahead and check fairly quick, you just go over to your Encyclopedia, and then you have all the different ammos here, and you can see all the energy ratings. Right around 1738 is the max there, 1695, and 1792. So when we go back over here, our max rating is going to be 2950, and our recommended is 1098. So we're well within that range with all 3 of those. Right underneath that, we have their life cycle, which is going to tell you where they are at any given time during the day. They start their routine right around 2 a.m. kind of resting, you know, and then 5 a.m. they'll finally start getting to eating. Anywhere between 5 a.m. and 9, they're going to be moving over here to this drink zone at 9, and then again between 9 and 12 they'll be moving somewhere, and they'll be resting again at 12, and it kind of just starts all over. At 1700 you'll find them eating, and at 2100 you'll find them drinking. The times I find most active to hunt is from 5 a.m. all the way to 1700. Sometimes I'll push to 21, but it might get a little too dark for my liking and I might just rest. Or if I kind of just want to push it to go do something else, I'll kind of mess around until it lightens up. Now under that we have animal weights, and this is a lot more information that we need because this gives us the animal weights and the ages for the male and the female. We have 3 different classes. We have young, adult, and mature. So this tells us what age and what weight they will be with the corresponding class here. So for young, they'll be 1 or 2 years old. For adult, they'll be 3 to 11. And I'm not sure if this is a mistake, but on mature, it's actually 10 to 15. So I'm not sure if they're trying to say that they could be 11 and then come in here on their 12th year for mature. But we're going to kind of test this out and see what we get going. And then here you have all the different weights, the max weight being 24 kg. And then for females, you can see it's kind of 1 to 17, and a little bit of a hiccup here once again from 9 to 12. We're kind of missing 11 and 10, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe they just need to kind of fix this. I'm not sure if they even recognize that this is an issue. Under that, we have body variation, so it just tells you that males are slightly bigger than females. And now we have some more key details here. Their primary and secondary habitat. We're going to be using this to kind of discern where we want to hunt these critters. I'm going to be using the primary habitat only. highland forests, and grasslands. I'm not going to be doing any hunting in the secondary habitat or the lowland forest. And then we have the trophy ranges, which is really helpful because we have the lowest at 1450 and then the highest of course is at 500. And then you kind of see how the levels break down there, and I really feel like this kind of corresponds with what kind of genetics you need to be looking for. So anything over 90% genetics should give you something like a 5-star. You might have to push it a little bit here, but we're going to try and see what we get when we do get a 5-star out of this area. So now I wanted to go ahead and talk about how I was able to really push the genetics in these two areas and what I noticed when I was doing that. As you can see, I have harvested a lot of northern lynx. It's taken a lot of time to really get this area to pop off, but I'm pretty sure that we are looking at a 5-star lynx in growth right now. He just went to mature and a 3-star at the same time. He only has a couple more years to get to 5-star. So if he just went to mature, that means he's on year 10 and we have about 5 years in total before he will die. And if you think 3 days for every year, that's about 15 days to watch him grow. And in 15 days, he should be a max animal. But for the game plan here, what you're going to want to do is go look around and find your highest mature animal. After you've found your highest mature animal in these zones, you want to take out every other male. Now, you really want to do this in each zone. So in this zone between these two, find your highest animal and take out all the males. All the highest, or all the lowest males, of course, not your highest male. All the other males, take them out. Doesn't matter what age they are, just take them out. You want to know what's going on in here. And even if you kill something really high in genetics, it's going to be okay, because what happens in this area is you get a private land buff, and it really does increase what genetics you get. Plus, on top of that, when you're killing a male, that also buffs the genetics for whatever species in whatever group you're hunting. So that's what I did. I found a 4-star male and I killed everything. I even went over here and killed all of these guys just to make sure they didn't corrupt what was going on over here. Then I basically just slept 3 days and waited for spawns to come in. And when they spawn, what happens is they take the genetic percentage of everything else in the area. So when I killed everything, it only left my mature high-ranking animal over here, and he was a 4-star. So everything else used his genetics to calculate what they would be. Now what I noticed is that is only happening in areas. So whenever it says like the Taruno grounds or whatever this is, only happens in this boundary. Same with this one. So what you need to do over here is the same exact thing. Find your highest animal, kill all the other ones to try and make them spawn off of what genetic percentage he is. Because the theory is that they'll use that genetic percentage and then kind of amplify it just a little bit to kind of up the genetics in that area. And you'll see that a lot in this private land. It really happens, and it happens fast. After they spawn, I had another 4-star over here and a 3 and a 4. So what I did at that point was when I had 2 4-stars, I killed everything else once again, so that the next spawns use those 2 4-stars to kind of amplify their genetics. And now I'm looking at this guy as a 3-star mature, and we're going to try and grow him into a 5-star. Hopefully he doesn't die as a 4-star here, but we do have another 2-star in there. So looks like we have really good genetics in this area. Now what I did notice, and I want to go ahead and try and help everybody out with, is if you continuously kill every animal, all you're going to get is a new dice roll. So all you're going to get is a new gamble of the genetics. You're not going to get any type of upgrade on the genetics. You really need to leave one male, and that's how I've been able to upgrade this area by itself, is by leaving one male. Now I finally have some animals responding to the high fitness call. Before that, they were all within 40 to 50 range. So as you can see right there, we have a 48, another 46, another 48, 52, a 46, and those all came out of that area. So what you want to do is leave one per zone, go kill the rest, and then wait for those spawns. Pick your highest spawn after you've matured them and kill the rest again, so on and so forth. Just repeat that cycle until you really get a good animal or a couple good animals. When you get 2 4-stars, you're pretty well set to have a 5-star coming. All right, now I'm pretty sure it is year 13. I want to get up here and see what he is. We're on day 1. Okay, so he did make 4 stars. So we need to be very vigilant on the time that we're using now. He's probably going to go 5 stars within the next 3 to 6 days. As soon as he goes 5 stars, that is his last year. All right, so we'll try and catch up in about 3 days here. Okay, so here is one way you can get pretty lucky headed over. I actually found this 5-star Mouflon on my way over to check on the Lynx. So we're going to try and take a good shot on this guy. I'm not even really sure where he's at in the aging process. We're gonna get over here and try and take him while we go look at our other guys. He looked hurt. We were using the hollow points, so it might take a little bit for him to go down. Let's hope that it had enough energy to make it happen. All right, so he's definitely down. It's going to take a little bit to track this guy. It looks like he might be down close to where we can view our Lynx. So let's kind of follow this blood trail for a bit. Oh, there he is. Go ahead and collect this guy. Yeah, real mid body shot. We got lucky there. Took out 1 solid lung. He died really quick. Whoa, a 99.3. Dang, that is crazy. Full curl, look at that. That is lovely. Good addition to the lodge. Dang, look at that guy. That looks tough right there. Looks mean. That is nice. Right on, right on. 99. I cannot believe that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and taxi that. So I'm guessing 65 is the max. We were almost there. That's crazy. This place just has really good genetics. 99.3. Let's go. All right, so let's really go over here and check our Lynx now. Okay, so like we expected, he is still a 4-star. So we're gonna sleep again, at least 1 more day. Make sure he's still a 4-star then, and then turn the year over. We are over at the lodge. I figured we'd go ahead and sleep here. Try and find a spot for that Mouflon that we just took. Kill some time and then just kind of reset for our next hunt. And it was right here. I think I'm going to do that one. Oh wait, no, right here. Northern Lynx attacking Mouflon. So that's the one I'm going to do. And we'll see if I actually get this Northern Lynx. But we got the Mouflon done, so we're halfway there. All right, so we made our way over here again. They should be, oh, there they are right there. We got a female, adult, mature. What we got over here? Young. Oh, he went 5. He went 5 stars. Okay, so he just went. They'll have 2 more days. That's great. Oh, he went 4. Jeez, dude, this area is popping off right now. 5-star Lynx, let's go. Okay, 2 more days. I just watched him as a 4 go to a 5. It turned out to be about 12 days. So I think that would put him at about 4 years. So that would make sense if he went from 11 to a mature and then gained a star as well. And then it was 4 years and now he is a year 15, 5-star, and we should have 2 more sleeps until he is max. This is amazing though, a 5 and a 4. I'm telling you, this is the secret to getting these big trophies in here. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna wait 2 more days and then we're gonna come harvest this guy. All right, let's try and see if they're over here now. They're normally right here in this opening. Most of the time I can see them from here. There's a little cluster of white dots because everything's not rendered in all the way, so you can kind of see past the trees, but I'm not seeing them down there, so that makes me think they're at the other watering hole today. Let's go ahead and check the other side. I have a feeling they might actually be over here. I was looking around for a while over there and I just didn't feel like they were gonna show up. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. So it might take a little bit to get them into their zone. We'll check here, and if we need to, we'll go back to Lemmy's cabin and drive all the way back over. When you are coming into this area, sometimes you need to be careful because there's a red deer herd right here in front of me. So we're gonna kind of take our time and see if they're hanging around. Normally just kind of look for tines as we're going over this, and normally they'll be right in there. Doesn't look like they are. Sometimes they'll be a little bit closer, but I think we're good this time. We're gonna move in and see if they are over here. They like to tuck themselves right over here where you can't quite see. Yeah, they're over here. All right. Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Final day. Let's hope this 5-star is still here and that our math was correct, because that would kind of suck to have to try and age another one. They're normally right over there. There they are. And he's still there. Okay. Here we go. I think this is going to be his last day. Well, it's going to be his last day because I'm going to take him right here. I ain't messing around now. I'm going to hop up in this thing. And we'll try and make a good shot. Here we go. Oh, nice and broadside too. I couldn't ask for anything better. There's the 4. He's still alive. That's good. All right, let's try and get a shot in on this guy. 200 meters. All right, he's nice and clear of everyone if he would stop right there. And he comes right in towards me. Perfect. All right, I was trying to get a picture of him, but I don't think that's going to work. I'm just going to take a shot here now. I think we're going to wait one more cycle here. Looked good. It definitely looked good. We're going to get over there and check that. I think we made it though. Looked like a pretty good shot. I was super nervous there for no reason. All right, let's see what kind of shot we made. Oh yeah, nice shot. So let's go ahead and track this guy down. I took a harder shot than I needed to. I could have easily taken that broadside. But he took off that way, didn't he? Yeah, there he goes, this way. All right, looks like we're on the blood trail now. Yep, right this way. There he is. Oh man, I am glad to have this one done. Got it selected. Okay, make sure you have your mission selected. There he is. 5-star Lynx. That was quite a wait. That was really a grind. I'm so excited to get this one done. Excellent shot. I mean, probably could have went a little lower, but I got the shot off. Had way better shot selection than that one. I'll tell you that right now. I just got super nervous there. 92. So he was 23.8. We'll check what the max was. About 10-minute hunt there. All right, let's inspect this guy and get a picture of him. I feel like there could be, something left to be desired here with the Lynx, but, it is a nice trophy to have. A Predator is always a good one to have, but very good. 492.9. And by taxiderming this one, we should complete that mission. Done. Ooh, that was a difficult one. All right, here we go. Mount completed. 5-star Lynx, 5-star Mouflon. That was an insane hunt. Really crazy grind, but we got a Mouflon and a Lynx, completed the mount. That's massive. But that's going to do it for this one. Smash the like button if you found anything useful in here, and to also just help out the channel. I really appreciate it. And as always, have a good day.